What's up, everybody? It's your boy Savage. You already know, much love, much respect, how we do it on this side. So I'm going to get right down to business, man. I've been getting this post in my DM by a lot of people. It's a 17-year-old kid smacking a bicep. So, listen. Those who are on my Instagram, I've addressed it on my Instagram, and I'm getting a lot of good feedback from it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on my YouTube, just so everyone on a more broader scale can understand where I'm coming from. This kid who did this, no matter what you say, never could deserve any type of foul treatment from a grown individual. Like, I'm pretty sure we could all agree on that. I mean, to have been caught in the act right as it was happening, understandable. You want to slap him up a little bit, slap some sense into him. I got you. But to push it any further than that, to drop an address, to send me his family's address, because a lot of people have actually been doing that, sending me his family's address to a 17-year-old little scrawny kid. Now, upon going on his page, not only did he issue his apology, he's a kid, man. And you know what? Props to him for being able to recognize the fact that he made a very big mistake. And he apologized. He addressed the fact that it wasn't racial. And upon looking at his page, he's a nerdy kid, man. He hangs out with all kinds of different races. He's not even on nothing. So, all of this got me hot, man. It got me hot for the simple fact is so many of y'all just don't care, man. You've never been to prison. You've never been to jail. Your last fight probably hasn't been in years. Yet, it's like, rally up the troops. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, F that. It needs to be this. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me right now? You're gonna throw all that energy off on a 17-year-old. And listen, I understand the whole situation. I understand the frustration in the community, which is why I haven't made a video on the last two attacks. This is why I have not dropped those videos and just reacted to them. Because I understand we are on the brink of something that's way more severe than a lot of you guys actually realize. I know you really would like to see some crazy stuff, because that's cool, right? You want to watch a crazy video. You want to see crazy things happen. But this is our community. These are our communities. These are the colors. This is black. This is brown. And that's it for now. You know what I mean? But it does happen to other races. But right now it's just zeroed in on the black and the brown for some reason. Now, when it comes to these little gangsters doing this kind of stuff, green light. Feel me? Green light. I'm with it. I'm 100% with it. I'm right there. Listen, I don't even like making these videos about it no more. Sure, I cover it. Sure, it gets out there. But I actually try to reach out to, just like the last couple videos I made with the Hoover dudes. I try to reach out to them on direct message before I did a whole video. I never got a response, nothing like that. So, with all this being said, we need to take a step back, look at the big picture. Okay, if we teetering on the line of something big, right? Something bigger than you know. Because a lot of people who ain't never been to war, ain't never really experienced war, are going to be the first ones to say, let's do war. Let's have war. Let's go war. War, war, war. But to somebody who's been there, done that, and is tired of pain, violence, distributing pain and violence, receiving pain and violence, let me tell you something. War should be the absolute last option. Absolute last option. Because if you know anything about anything, when war happens, it don't matter no more. Kids get got. Old ladies get got. Families get got. You feel me? It's no longer about no type of peace, no type of communicating. Oh, we need to come together. That's out. That's out the window. You lost that. So before you start getting all hypey and want to get all up into this war, tone that shit back, man. Tone that shit down just a little bit and think. Kid was 17 years old. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you guys? 17-year-old kid. Why does this hit home for me? Let me enlighten y'all. Why this hit home for me? I got locked up when I was 17. I'm not the man I was when I was 17. I got out of prison at 27. Looking back, now I understand when people say, you think you grown. When I was 17, they used to say this to me. You think you grown. Trust me, 10 years from now, 5 to 10 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, damn, I was a kid. When I look back now, when I see this 17-year-old, when I seen his apology video that he made, he's a baby. He's a baby, man. And next year he'll be 18. He'll still be a baby. But on paper, he'll be a grown-ass man. So it is what it is. Anybody who been in the pen, anybody who been in jail, y'all know kids are off limits. Families, women, all that stuff is off limits. They are a no fire zone. So I cannot stand the fact that some people really just want to have problems. Now, I'm all for us defending ourselves. And I've seen that a lot on YouTube. You know, I've seen other videos, and it's cool, man. I'm all for it. It doesn't matter who it is, what you're about. You know, you're sticking up for us, cool. Brown people, you feel me? That's cool. This has been happening already for so long. Like something like it's starting a trend, right? Now we got to understand that if we're gonna deal with this, address the situation, it needs to be addressed just a little bit more delicately than it's being handled, I feel. Now, I don't even know that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't misunderstand me. I don't know that I've done anything wrong by reacting to the videos, putting them out there. However, I can feel it. I can feel the frustration out of everything in my DMs, everyone getting at me. You don't know how many people are actually hitting me up ready to go to war. Now, that same war that you want to have and be a part of, I promise you it's not. I promise you that actually is the last thing that you want. Because when you sit there and you see that there's a kid that got shot in LA, a black kid, you ain't going to feel too good about your little war speech. And it could be any race. So I had to pause, stop, slow down, and understand that I'm no longer, I got to watch, you know, what I'm recording over. Because if I would have made a video about this 17-year-old kid doing what he did, I know how I would have felt. I wouldn't have sat right with me, period. And if you a grown man saying, oh, I don't give a whoop that he's 17, now he gonna learn the hard way. Pfft. When it's your time, for any time in life, and you need some mercy, you will be afforded the same amount of mercy that you're gonna afford this 17-year-old kid. Dig that. Now let's emphasize something big over here. I really want y'all to understand this. If you're rocking with me, you need to understand that there's always different schematics involved. If you proclaiming the gang life and you 18 years and above, and you acting like it, for me, just for me personally, if you like 20, that's when if you 20 and up, that's when I will punish you. You feel me? That's when I will punish you. 20 and down, you can still catch some hands, you know what I mean? You can still get a little jumping or whatever for doing some foul stuff. So let's just say for my scenario, right? If you 20 and up, you banging, gang this, gang that, blue, red, whatever color you wearing, and you disrespecting my people like this. Now, when I say my people, obviously I'm saying what I look like. I may look a little pale right now, but overall I'm brown. Your boy is brown skin. That don't mean that's what I'm genetically consisting of. I have all kinds of things I'm mixed with, but you know what? That's what the cops identify me as. That's what the judge identifies me as. And that's what I identify as in the pen. So I'm brown. So if you're one of these little fake ragtag gang members doing this, well, guess what? No mercy. You get none. You get no mercy. Instead of going and putting in work on the ops, finding an op, doing all that stuff you be listening to in your rap songs, you punching on an old man. You strangling an old lady. Kicking, spitting, hitting. Whatever you can do, you doing. Knocking them out. Like it's the fun thing to do. I promise y'all, man. Watch these videos, man. Pay attention to me. My people are not digging this kind of stuff. You know it's crazy, right? When I did that video in Pacoima, it was actually on where was it at? I want to say it was probably like in Northwood, Van Nuys, wherever the hell. I tagged it Pacoima, but that vendor is not even in Pacoima. I was in Pacoima. That was a separate. Either way, there was a misconception. It's Parthenian or something like that. Either way, when I gave the man the money, you know, homie's recording the video. There's a car that drives up. It's a lady and a dude. Raza, gente, right? Our people. And they looking at me. They stop and they look at me. Both of them, the lady and the dude, like they ready to jump out on me because, you know, homie's recording and I'm trying to give him the money and shit. And he looking all, you know. So it almost looked like someone was getting ready to stage something, right? Like as if I was gonna attack him or something. And then he seen. And when he came over, he shook his head like, "That's right, G, that's right." That's what I respect. I couldn't get mad at him. I was like, "Good, man. You watching over your people. That's cool." This video is not to promote anything at all other than the understanding that humanity is important. You feel me? Black, brown, white, Asian, any other races out there. It's all love. All across the board. I'm going to treat you like I treat someone from my race. Period. They don't get no favoritism in my eyes to you. Now, when it comes time to have to defend my race, that's what I'm going to do. Everyone has their own lane. Fall into it. So if, you know, the Africans get disrespected, then my African partners are going to ride on them. And you know what? They know me. So I'm going to ride on them too. For them. With them. And it's going to be vice versa. But leave me away from these kids, man. If you send any posts about kids, listen, I understand where you're coming from, but understand where I'm coming from. You feel me? It's up to us. Everyone says that this new generation is a failed generation. Maybe they failing because we giving up on them. Maybe they failing because we not reaching out to them. We're not connecting it. All we doing is threatening. All we doing is trying to scare fear into them. Kids rebel. I rebel. Everyone rebels when they 17, 16, even 18, 19. They still going to rebel. But if you can put it out there in a different note, that it's love, that it's unity. Maybe when they decide to go pick on somebody, they just will punch a random passerby and not target brown people. Maybe that's coming from some ignorance. Now, I'm not justifying what they did. Far from it. I'm coming at you as a real one, and I'm telling you right now, those who have never been to war are just oh so ready for it. Every time. It's been that way since the beginning of time. So eager for battle. Those who have not been to battle. Those who have been, I don't care where you've been, what you've done, how you end up. You've been to war, real actual war, at any time in your life, then you know. Patience, understanding, intelligence, and logic. You say you care about your people. If you care about your people, then you care about the kids. Because it takes a village to raise these kids. Now, shit, I was young until I guess I'm no longer young. I'm coming up on 30. You feel me? They kids. I mean, they kids. That's the truth of the situation. So let's not be so quick to call them a failed generation without even trying to invest some time into reaching out. You know what I mean? All I'm saying to all y'all, be reasonable, be understanding with the fact that there's going to be kids who do dumb stuff. They do dumb shit. That's what they do. Kids are kids. I was a kid. You were a kid. There was a kid. Everyone's being a kid at one point. Now, when it comes to these gangsters, these so-called gangsters that are doing this, yeah, I'm going to cover it. I'm going to speak on it. They get no mercy. However, even then, if it's something that's pushing the boundary of where the people are getting too hot, I will not be a part of ensuing or inciting something that possibly could have been stopped or prevented. So if anybody's out there that's got any type of power, pull, push, or play, understand that your community's mad. Understand that regardless of what you think about me, I'm just letting you know flat out, you know, the community needs some direction right now. They need direction from some cooler heads, because cooler heads always prevail. So until then, much love, much respect. I'm out.